Welcome back. This is still the AFCON Daily Show on Citi TV. The guys are still here. Susu Graham on the touch screen, together with Daniel Cranton, Fenty Tahiru, and I'm here as well. Addington from Lashibi, guys. Addington has a suggestion. He says, 1, Idrisu as the holding midfielder.
He listed them.
There are 5 of them.
He listed
yes,
all 5.
Yes. Idrisu
and
as
you put
the
the
holding.
Numbers there.
Yes, I can show you. It's here. It says Idrisu as the holding mid.
Guy.
Partey as a box-to-box mid.
Okay.
Tete as lead striker. Kudus or Andrea you behind Tete. Then the final one, improved decision making in the final third.
First of all, has he seen Kudus? Second, has he seen Tete?
Maybe he saw him in the qualifiers. Let me read this other message. This one is from Sierra Leone. It's from Sierra Leone. And it's from somebody called Article on the Beat.
Yes. We have a lot of fans in Sierra Leone. We'll preview their game shortly.
Article on the Beat from Freetown Sierra Leone says, please, we are waiting for the exclusive match ever. I'm reading the message as I see it.
Please.
The exclusive match ever. Lone Star versus Algeria. Are they sure they are ready for this game?
Brother. Okay. The Lone Stars are ready. The last time they were in AFCON was 1996. And they won their opening game. And then they met Algeria in the same group in 1996. And it was a draw.
So we can do it again.
No problem. This one says we'll bounce back from the defeat and go ahead to win the trophy. Remember 2010 and 2015 when we got to the final. So those are some of the messages coming in there. Let's move it on. Let's talk about today's games. Let's have a look at the fixtures for today in terms of the 2021 AFCON in Cameroon. There you have it. There's Algeria and Sierra Leone. That game is very early at 1 p.m. There is Nigeria versus Egypt, which is a big boy clash itself at 4. And Sudan versus Guinea-Bissau. That game is at 7. A game of equals, I should say. But let's start off with Nigeria versus Egypt. Nigeria versus Egypt. And that's a very interesting game. The clash of 2 former AFCON winners there. I think you have a preview put together for us.
So I went and dug up some head-to-head stats. So they played each other 18 times, with Nigeria winning 8 and Egypt winning 5. But then, like I said, sometimes there's too much data to put on the screen. So I've just given you their AFCON results. Okay, and again, Nigeria hold the advantage with 3 wins to Egypt's 2. Interesting, as you can see, Egypt had to wait about 47 years for their next win after winning the first meeting between the two in AFCON 63, a 6-3 win for the Pharaohs, who were then the United Arab Republic. Mm-hmm. And then in 2010, they won again when Egypt went on to win the trophy. Okay. So, as you can, it's a very interesting rivalry because it's almost like the beginning and the middle are so different because it's like Nigeria have just dominated Egypt for the most part. But I think today it will be a very different game, and I think the Pharaohs are favorites, mostly because Nigeria are missing Victor Osimhen. But I'll get into that later. But when you look at their opening games, Nigeria are a bit more up and down and inconsistent, similar to Ghana in the terms that they've won 3, lost 3, drawn 1. So they are not a team that you can really tell how they'll play. And interesting enough, if you notice, there's a big gap between 2010 and 2019, apart from 2013. So Nigeria missed a lot of AFCONs because of their issues, but they managed to win one in the middle. You move on. Egypt are a lot more consistent. They win consistently regularly. Since 2002, they've only lost 1 opening game, and that was in 2002. So from then on, it's win or draw. Okay. But we look at key players. Wilfred Ndidi will be there to stop what the Pharaohs can do because, like I said, without Osimhen, who scored maybe 60% of their goals in qualifying, there's not as much attacking threat. Iheanacho only scored 2 goals, so I'll be looking to Ndidi to control the midfield and stop their threats. On the other hand, they have Mo Salah, 73 caps, 45 goals, second most in Egyptian history, and a great player. And as you know, his records in the Premier League, we don't have to talk too much about them. He's been more creative for the Egyptians in their qualifying campaign, but he's still a goal threat and he's still someone to look out for.
All right, interesting stuff there. Daniel, your thoughts on this? You have a few things to highlight as we talk about Nigeria versus Egypt.
It's going to be a very interesting game of football. This is how I expect both teams to line up. Now, this has been the template of Egypt throughout qualifying, 4-3-3 formation, Mohamed Salah starting off the right-hand side. For Nigeria, remember that they've had a change of head coach. Gernot Rohr is gone, Austin Eguavoen is in. So we've not necessarily seen how he's going to set up. But under Gernot Rohr, they played a 4-4-2 system. It was Iheanacho partnering Victor Osimhen. But Osimhen is not around. Onyekuru didn't have too much favour under Gernot Rohr, but Augustino Guavon has spoken a lot about him, and from the way he's talking, it looks likely that he may start the game. He offers that pace in and around. You don't expect him to start totally alongside Iheanacho, but he may start just slightly behind him, just to offer that threat going forward. For Egypt, this is their main man, Mohamed Salah, and that's why I'm a bit worried for Nigeria. If I look on this side for Nigeria and you look at the options they have, it is Iwobi who loves to bump forward. In fact, he starts off the left-hand side, but he sort of drifts in, and that will leave a lot of space in behind for Salah to exploit. And I think that's where Nigeria need to be very careful at that particular point in place. Because look, no matter what happens, it's not like the Ghana game where Iwobi bumping forward is going to force Salah to be defensive, like what happened between Hakimi and Kamaldeen. Salah doesn't care if you are running in behind him, and Egypt doesn't care. What they do is, because of the lack of defensive work from Mohamed Salah, you have El Neni and Fati playing almost a double team, making sure that this right-hand side area for Egypt is solid. Taufik will drop deep to make that back four a bit more compact. And you see Fati, the right-sided midfielder, doing more of the cover-up job for Mohamed Salah. And also, I think this works for the Egyptians because of Iwobi's tendency to drop in. So it doesn't mean that if Iwobi drops in, Fati just comes in and makes it more compact. If Iwobi was coming outside, it will leave a bit more space for Nigeria to be able to exploit. But because of Iwobi's tendency to drop in, I think it's a bit easier for the Egyptians. And that's why I think they are favourites today. I think the main thing Nigeria could use in this game is Chukwueze. Mohamed also has a tendency of going in ahead. Although he does a bit more defensive work, it might be he will have to be on his A game today. On the right-hand side for Nigeria, we know Ola Aina's pace. He's very, very good when it comes to these overlapping runs. It's his final delivery that can be a bit problematic.
I find it interesting that Nigeria would contemplate really using Ola Aina on the right-hand side of defense, whereas we know that for a large part of his club career, he's played on the left-hand side of defense.
And that's very interesting because for Nigeria, even the choice to go for Awaziem is a bit problematic for me. He's a right-footed left back, so he tends to cut in. And he's so strong defensively, and I think that's why they keep him. I personally would have gone for the guy at Porto, their left back at Porto. His name has just escaped my attention, but he's a more offensive winger. But of course, if you think about the threat, Zanussi, exactly. Yeah, if you think about the threat of Salah, you would understand why they've gone for Awaziem. And for Ola Aina, when it comes to the Super Eagles, he's more suited playing on the right-hand side. I think the portion of the game for Nigeria where they will have to take huge advantage of in this particular game is Chukwueze's side of the pitch. He's very nimble-footed, he's very difficult to mark, and you can leave that creative responsibility for him to handle. He's quick, cutting in on his left-hand side. He will also stop.
Perhaps that could be why Ola Aina is playing on that side to provide that natural width or that natural-sided, those natural crosses for him. Of course, that option, of course, for Chukwueze to be able to go outside if he wants to, inside if he wants to. So this will be an interesting game. I think a lot of the goal scoring responsibility for Nigeria will be on the shoulders of Kelechi Iheanacho. We know he can do it, but my problem is he spent a large chunk of his international career with Osimhen being the supplier, and that's what Susu has said. Osimhen is the main goal scorer for the Nigerian team, so he having to occupy that responsibility. I'm just waiting to see how he'll be able to.
Daniel, I think you didn't mention Ramadan Sobi and Trezeguet.
Yeah,
those two can be a handful, supporting Mohamed Salah in particular. So it's not just a Salah problem that Nigeria have.
Probably those guys would be options for the Egyptians. I suspect that of the two, you probably would have Ramadan Sobi probably starting together with Mo Salah, and then
Egyptians like Trezeguet a lot.
Well, it depends. I mean, Trezeguet could also come in.
I personally think Nigeria have a very similar problem to what Ghana has. The football is ugly. They have a lot of talented players. They just can't. They can't. I
was thinking like the same thing from a Ghana perspective. They don't have an out-and-out star man, a creator, right?
They have them, I mean, Chikwueze is his star man that they can build.
I'm even talking about even centrally,
through the middle.
I mean,
they don't. They have a lot of very good wide players in Iwobi and Chikwueze. They don't have a Mikel Obi sort of player in the team at the moment. But I think, Eguavon is interestingly a very funny character. The last time he was in charge of the national team was the 2006 AFCON, where he gave a very young 19-year-old Mikel Obi the opportunity. They finished third in that competition. He's been technical director for the longest time. I'm not sure what kind of impact he could have this time, and Daniel is absolutely right. Nobody knows what to expect from Eguavon this time around, even when it comes to team selection. But I fully expect Egypt to win. Okay.
Guys, just final thoughts as we wrap it up. Algeria, Sierra Leone, how many goals?
Look, I think on the basis of what we saw yesterday,
we will not see a lot of goals. Right?
No, we might see a lot of goals, but I expect a very spirited performance from Sierra Leone. They might lose even 3-0, but I'm sure it will be a good performance from them.
Okay, all right, that's how we wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. This has been another exciting episode of the AFCON Daily Show on Citi TV. Thank you so much to my guys who joined us, Susu Graham, Daniel Cranting, and thank you very much for sending us all your messages. It's been great getting all the interaction. We do it again tomorrow, same time, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Ghana time. Thanks to the production, light, sound, camera, everybody who made the show possible. We are back right here on Citi TV tomorrow, same time. Do enjoy the games. We'll catch you tomorrow.